rainbow medicine, everything together makes sense. Together makes sense. Together. With LLMs, large language models, AI, artificial intelligence, becoming LI, living intelligence, everything in our world has changed. You still have a choice to hold in your hands one petal of human relational intelligence called religion and love and cherish it, or to hold in your hand and soul the whole 9-petal flower. You yourself becoming petal 10, the radiant center where all is integrated, upgrading yourself to a large model of the heart, capable of holding all the beauty, evolving in the intricacies of living intelligence. Each religion arrived exactly when humanity needed it. Each bears a shadow. Each carries a vast potential. Hindu imagination, Buddhist compassion, Chinese harmony, Jewish resilience, Christian love, Islamic clarity, Sikh courage, Bahá'í unity, and Indigenous rootedness can all live together as one radiant blossom. Imagine a flower of 9 radiant petals, each glowing with its own color: saffron, gold, jade, royal blue, crimson, emerald, navy, teal, ochre. Each carrying the fragrance of a people's longing for truth. 9 great traditions, each born in its time, each answering the cry of its age. Placed together, they do not clash, they harmonize. Set upon the radiant golden grid, a chronological tree of human development, they enrich one another and shine brighter together. This is our story, the unfolding of humanity through 9 faiths, each timely, each luminous, each still alive today. And the hidden 10th, awakening in us, the self that gathers them into one light. Hinduism, saffron petal. In ancient India, humanity asked, what is the self? What is the all? Hinduism gave the first vast metaphysical vision: Atman and Brahman, karma and rebirth, the path to moksha. The Upanishads whispered of eternity. Vedanta declared with boldness, Atman and Brahman are one, the self and the absolute, indivisible, non-dual. At its hearts shines Shiva and Shakti, stillness and power, silence and sound, locked in a dance that births and dissolves the worlds. The beat of the Damaro, the flow of the Ganges, the fire of the Yagya, all signs of a cosmos alive with divine presence, yet cast meant to order life, hardened into oppression. Still today, Hinduism reminds us, beneath all difference, life is sacred consciousness, radiant and eternal. Its saffron petal glows with imagination vast as the cosmos, and balance deep as the dance of Shiva Shakti. Buddhism, golden petal. A man sat beneath a tree and saw the root of suffering. The Buddha gave humanity its first psychology, a science of mind and suffering, born about 150 years before Aristotle. 4 noble truths: the Eightfold Path, a mandala of wisdom, ethics, and meditative discipline. The jewel of Buddhism is clarity in compassion and insight in the stillness of the mind. Hear the silence of dawn, the slow breath of meditation. The bells strike, echoing into emptiness. These are its sensory gifts, sound dissolving into silence, mind resting in awareness, heart opening in compassion. And when the heart of emptiness is truly understood, trauma dissolves, disassembled and melted, like mist before the sun. Its shadow came when renunciation became withdrawal, when life itself seemed denied. Yet today, Buddhism whispers stillness into our hurry, mindfulness into our confusion, awakening into our days. Its golden petal shines with compassion, clarity, and freedom from suffering. Chinese traditions, jade petal. In the time of chaos, sages rose. Confucius gave order through virtue. Lao Tzu whispered of the Tao. Zhuangzi dreamed of butterflies. Here humanity achieved something rare. They gathered indigenous reverence for sky and earth and joined it with sober observation of cycles. It wasn't denial of mystery, nor blind ritual. It was contemplation turned to science, a harmony of ethics, cosmos, and the human heart. Even the 60-year cycle of stems and branches echoes humanity shared signs of number. The rhythm of heaven mirrored on earth. The jewels are threefold: the bow of respect rooting ethics in every gesture, the water that yields yet wears down the stone, the butterfly that shows freedom as beauty itself. Yet harmony hardened into hierarchy and ritual into lifeless form. Still today, Chinese wisdom whispers balance. Live simply, act virtuously, flow with nature. Its jade petals glow with harmony, with science and mystery, with the quiet beauty of the free inner life. Judaism, royal blue petal. In the desert and exile, Israel heard the one God calling. Covenant, law, prophecy, redemption. Judaism sanctified history itself, making time a story with beginning and end. Its jewels are many. Tikkun Olam, the repair of the world. The sound of Hebrew prayer, the glow of Sabbath candles, the giving of tzedakah, righteousness in charity, echoing across tongues as sadaqah, sadaqah. Another jewel shines in the tree of Sephirot, a luminous map of the divine, revealing even the human body as sacred, shaped in the image of God's attributes. And another jewel is practice itself, the gentle rocking back and forth in prayer, swaying with the rhythm of devotion. Try it, and you will be surprised how bliss spreads through the body, how movement itself becomes worship of the beauty of God. Its shadow, centuries of danger turned devotion inward, binding community close for survival. Still today, Judaism turns outward, offering resilience born of suffering, and the charge to transform sorrow into justice. Its royal blue petal glows with prophetic fire, with sacred embodiment, with the bliss of prayer, and with the eternal call to repair the world. Christianity, crimson petal. In the 1st century, a carpenter's son walked among the poor, healing, forgiving, restoring dignity with love. Christianity revealed the unthinkable. For the first time in history, the human being was called to love and be compassionate on the very level of God. God didn't stay distant. He sent His Son, and through Him we were invited into the same sacrifice, into humility that is not weakness, but the strength of gentleness. The cross became the bridge into the heart of God. Stretch your arms wide. The human body itself is a cross. Verticality lifts us directly into God's heart. Horizontality stretches through our own heart. At the crossing of these lines is the secret. Our arms, our deeds should transmit the energy of the heart. The cross is not only suffering, it is design, vertical and horizontal, meeting in love. And when you invite Jesus Christ into your body, this energy becomes alive, radiant, real. Its jewel is tenderness, bread broken, feet washed, love that humbles itself to heal. Its shadow burned in crusades and inquisitions. Still, the crimson petal glows with inexhaustible compassion, with the cross inscribed in the human form, with Christ alive whenever love flows through the heart. Islam, emerald petal. In the 7th century, words of fire descended in the desert. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. There is no God but God. Islam united tribes and built civilizations of learning, weaving devotion with reason, faith with beauty. Its jewel is mercy and surrender. The soul beginning each day with the renunciation of Shaitan, renunciation of Satan, and the declaration of Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most merciful, the ever merciful. Mercy overflowing, mercy sustaining all creation. Practices deepening absolute trust in the infinite. The muezzin call rising to the sky, the forehead pressed to the earth, sound and gesture binding heaven and ground. The movements of prayer themselves are worship, standing in awe, bowing in humility, prostrating in surrender, sitting in peace. A rhythm that strengthens the body and aligns the soul with God. Its shadow appears when faith hardens into rigidity or becomes conquest. Yet, still today, Islam steadies hearts with prayer, with generosity, with surrender to the One. Its emerald petal glows with devotion, mercy, clarity, with the body itself becoming a song of worship. Sikhism, navy petal. In the fields of Punjab, Guru Nanak sang, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar, one shines in all. Sikhism rejected caste, uplifted women, called for fearless service and justice. Its jewel is love toward the infinite. God defined again and again as beyond and beyond. Infinite potential translated into breath and action. The name Sikh means student of infinity, one learning to embody divine boundlessness. No one higher, no one lower, all equal in the light of Waheguru. Waheguru, ecstasy of God. Practices shine, Simran, repetition of God's name, breath woven with eternity. Langar, communal kitchen, feeding rich and poor alike. The unsheathed sword, not for the conquest, but to protect the weak. Kirtan, sacred song, where mindfulness itself becomes worship. Even Alan Watts named Guru Nanak as the singer who answered the quantum call of God in the 16th century. Because God is beyond and beyond. The more you know God, the more infinity becomes yourself. Finite and infinite dancing as one, at times reduced to ethnicity, yet its spirit is universal. Today Sikhs embody service across the world, living out of oneness in courage and compassion. Its navy petal glows with equality, courage, devotion, and the infinite grace of consciousness alive in the human heart. Bahá'í Faith, teal petal. In the 19th century, Baha'u'llah declared one humanity, one unfolding revelation. The Bahá'í Faith foresaw a world woven together. Before nations dreamed of one earth, its jewel is unity made tangible. Men and women equal at one table. Sciences and scriptures as partners. Let's lock the elbows together. Diverse peoples clasping hands in one circle of trust. You are the fruits of one tree and the leaves of one branch. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illuminate the whole earth. Another jewel, unity in diversity. Difference not erased, but celebrated. Each culture, each tongue aflame in the garden of humanity. Its shadow is its smallness, still silenced in lands where it has no recognition. Yet its call rings urgent to overcome prejudice to live planetary hope, to build a civilization where none is exalted and none diminished. Its steel petal glows with unity, with diversity, with the promise of a world made whole. Global indigenous wisdom, ochre petal. Older than all, never dying, is indigenous wisdom. From Africa to the Americas, from Arctic snows to Europe's forests, from Australia's red plains to the islands of the seas, the ancestors whispered, "The earth is alive. We belong to it." Its jewel is kinship with the land. Drumbeat echoing the heartbeat of earth. Smoke rising in ceremony. Songlines mapping sky to soil. Every gesture binding people to spirit and place. Australia's people still carry this vision. Kanini, caring for land, kin, and spirit as one. Stars, rivers, winds, and footprints are memory alive, teaching that we walk inside a cosmos already sacred. Its shadow came with colonization, when wisdom was silenced and ways dismissed as folklore. But truth woven into soil cannot die. Today it rises again, calling humanity to balance, reminding us survival depends on remembering. We are not apart. We are part of the living earth. Its ochre petal glows with rootedness, with reverence, and with the eternal return of sacred memory. And this is the closing, the promise and the hidden 10th. That Hindu imagination, Buddhist compassion, Chinese harmony, Jewish resilience, Christian love, Islamic clarity, Sikh courage, Bahá'í unity, and Indigenous rootedness can live together as one radiant blossom placed upon the golden grid of history. They do not cancel each other. They enrich each other. They can coexist and more. They can cross-pollinate, weaving harmony from difference. And then something more is revealed. The 9 petals surround a hidden 10th, the self, not another religion, but the one who lives them, breathes them, unites them. The 10th petal is you. It is me. It is every human being. It is 1 and 0 together, fullness and emptiness, God and human. Alpha and Omega within. The self is the flower's heart, glowing with white gold light, the unity of all colors, the center of the radiant golden grid. When the self awakens, the 9 petals shine brighter. The flower is complete, radiant, whole, alive. 9 religions, 9 radiant gifts, and the self as the hidden 10th, where humanity and God meet. This is rainbow medicine. This is the flower of the world. 9 petals blaze across the golden grid of time. The hidden 10th ignites, and suddenly all of God is alive in you.